How nice would it be to make money while networking? Yes, you heard that right. Today, I'm sharing with you how you can be in front of your target ideal clients, gaining new leads, closing new business while making money networking. And by the end of this video, I'm laying down the entire process for you to start setting up your own networking events and adding an additional revenue stream to your business. So tune in. If we haven't yet met, I'm Jessica Potts, and welcome to the Wednesday Wrap-Up. We share advice and tips to help you launch and grow an online business. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe now and press the bell to be notified when we release weekly videos. Now, let's jump into adding an additional monthly revenue stream to your business. And I'm going to show you how you can make upwards of $1,000 spending less than 4 hours a month planning your event. Now, I live in a large city where networking events happen daily. There's never a shortage of events that I can go and partake in. However, what I found was I was spending a lot of time going to events where my ideal customers weren't there. And it was a lot of wasted time. And in entrepreneur world, time is money. And I also quickly learned to avoid free networking events like the Black Plague, because there's a huge difference between the quality of people that attend paid networking events and free ones. Now, I'm also a big believer that if there's something out there that I need and it's not there, I need to bring it to the table. So I decided to start planning my own events and invite people I wanted to do business with. So I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to launch your own networking events. And don't forget, this is a way for you to add that additional revenue stream to your business. Now, I want you to keep in mind, even if you're not making tons of money off of these networking events, you have the potential of landing new clients, which could be a big payoff for you and your business. All right, so let's get going. So step one is defining who your ideal target customers are. Who do you want to be in a room with? And you've got to be clear and precise up front, because not only do you want to ensure you are marketing to the right people, but you're also going to be marketing these people to the venue. And that is step two, finding the right venue. And you want to find a venue that's going to appeal to your ideal target customer. And if you are working with C-level executives, you're going to want a nice restaurant or even a beautiful wine bar to host the event. You don't want to go to a local dive bar and invite C-level executives. Identifying the right venues that your ideal client would already attend helps you drive a crowd. They already see themselves in that space. They either know the venue or have been wanting to check it out. It also helps you sell the concept to the venue. They desire more customers, and you're driving their ideal customers into their restaurant. It gives them free marketing for the restaurant. The goal here is that you want to get the venue for free. So when you're approaching the venue, you are wanting to help them on their slow nights. You're not going to be able to book a Friday or Saturday evening. However, approaching the restaurant with, I would love to bring 20 to 30 professional women into your establishment on a Tuesday night. Now, this is great marketing and publicity for their restaurant, and this allows them to make money on an off night. So it's a win-win for you and for that business. Now, while you're securing that date, you'll also want to negotiate a free glass of wine and appetizers to be served during the event. Now, let's not forget, this is a way for you to make money while networking. So we're going to get into step 3, which is charging for the event. Now, charging for the event assures you're getting quality people in the door and you're making a little profit. When we're hosting events, we typically charge $20 to enter the event, but there's a few different ways you can go about doing this. You can either charge an initial fee of say $10 and raise the price the night of the event. As an incentive for people to purchase early, you may even want to do $20 and 3 days before the event, raise the price to $30. You can also do tiered pricing where you'll have 20 tickets for $20, another 20 tickets for $25, and another 20 tickets for $35. And this way, when those $20 tickets are sold, they'll go to the next level. What this does is it creates scarcity and it also increases your sales days before the event. We know that typically 90% of our sales happen 24 hours within the event. So don't stress out when your sales numbers are super low 3 days before the event. This happens every single time. Now, if you're thinking people aren't going to pay to come to a networking event. Now think about this. For the price of admission, they're receiving a complimentary drink, they're receiving appetizers, but more importantly, they're mingling with like-minded individuals. People pay to go to network. Another way you can make additional funds at these networking events is once you build up the event and have a large, consistent audience, you can create sponsorships. And this is when companies come out and buy a table to showcase their business. And these would be companies that would benefit from your target audience. Now, sponsored tables run from anywhere from $250 up to $1,000. So it depends on how big the event is, how many people are there, etc. You'll need to set up how you'll receive payment. You can set it up through your own website with a Pay Now button. And there's also third-party websites such as Eventbrite, which makes it super simple to set everything up. And not only that, Eventbrite and some other networking sites will send your event out to people that show interest in similar events. They help market the event, which leads us into step 4. And step 4 is all about marketing. So now that you have everything set up, it's time to get your event in as front of as many people as you possibly can. So let's chat about how you're going to market your event. So going back to step 1, making sure you're using the right words to describe your target audience and what they'll be getting out of the event is very important. It also helps with SEO, which is that organic search engine that you want on your site. So using keywords is essential on both a third-party site such as Meetup and a single page website that speaks directly about your networking event. You can also go to other networking events and tell people about your event. Now, don't think about this as poaching. You're sharing an opportunity with someone that could really benefit from being at your networking event. Another way, tell everyone you know. Put it on your social media. You can also do social media contests by asking people to share. They can be entered into winning a $25 gift card from the venue that will be hosting the networking event. You can also use your email marketing by sending out an email about the event. And as you grow your networking events, you'll want to tag and segment individuals that are purchasing tickets to your events so that you can ensure you are inviting them to upcoming events. Cross-promoting is always a great way. If you are using or familiar with other larger networking groups or even like-minded businesses, you can partner with them to send an email to their subscribers or even do a social media post about your upcoming event. Now, keep in mind, this is all a numbers game. The more eyes who see your event, the more people that will attend. All right, so step 5, when the big day arrives, you're gonna wanna plan on getting there early. And you're gonna need help. Either have an employee or someone volunteer to help you, especially if you are having people pay at the door. Now, what we found by doing these events is that people enjoy mingling and chatting, and we never do a lot of talking unless we promote it as a speaker marketing event. When people are talking amongst themselves, the energy is better. However, you will need to stand up and introduce yourself and make an announcement once everyone has arrived. So you're going to want to introduce yourself and your business and how you make a positive impact on similar people that are in the room. You're going to want to give them a way to get in touch with you. And don't forget, thank the venue for hosting the event. Now, remember, this event is for you to be in front of your target audience, so make it easy for them to receive information about your services. You can either leave a stack of business cards or any type of pamphlets at the entrance, and that way they can grab it on the way in or out. Now, once that event is over, you're going to want to send a follow-up email. This will have your information on it. Plus, let them know about your next event. Let them know the date and where the venue is and a way for them to purchase their ticket early. Giving them an incentive such as an early bird special is a great way of start pre-selling that next event. Now, the goal of this event is for you to get in front of your ideal target customers for lead generation. So don't get disappointed if you only make $500 at your event. If you land a new client and an average client, let's say for you is $5,400, you've essentially made $5,900 off of doing less than 4 hours of work. All right. So I went over this briefly, but if you want more detail, I have a checklist you can download, and you can get that by going to the link in the description. Please leave a comment below on what you found the most valuable part of this video, and if you think someone else would find this video valuable, please don't hesitate, share it now. This is it for this week's Wednesday wrap up. I'm going to be continuing this series on ways you can add additional revenue into your business. And next week, I'm going to be chatting with an expert on landing speaking engagements. So make sure to subscribe and press the bell to ensure you're notified when that video releases. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.